Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Music's Rising Stars. I'm your host, Lisa Miller, and I'm really excited to have my guest today join us. He's one of the rising stars in the country music world. His name is JC. He's joining us all the way from Nashville. Hi, JC. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm really excited to talk with you because you've been working at being a country music singer for quite some time, and you have been known to have this signature sound. And could you describe the sound of your music and the vibe that you bring to your songs?
If I had to describe it, I would probably say sort of a gumbo. I'm originally from Greenwood, Mississippi, down in the Delta. So just being from the Delta, you get a vast array of different music styles and functional styles of music. And it's just what I bring to the country space. You'll have a little hip hop, little pure country, little R&B, a little soul to it. So just a mixture of all that. But you'll have that country, traditional country wordplay and things like that. So.
Yeah, and I just love your music. And you grew up, like you said, in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. And you went to high school and started a band with some of your friends. So you knew early on, that you wanted to do this. Tell us about that band you formed.
I would more so say it wasn't a band back then. We played on a lot of tracks. Nobody in the group played an instrument, so we would just go to the studio with somebody making a beat on which used to be called Fruit Loop, the processing piece of making tracks. Me and three buddies of mine that actually, two of them are actually really successful as solo artists in the different genres. But we started that group and we were just playing around town and at different kind of air quote bars that high schoolers could go into. Built the name for ourselves in the community, and it was really fun during those days. And we everybody kind of split up after we graduated and kind of moved on and grew up a little bit, but we're on our own things now.
Yeah. And so you grew up and went on then to move to Nashville. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been here. Wife and I, we've been here almost 11 years. It'll be 11 years in March, actually. So.
Wow. So did your music career and your ambitions, move you then to Nashville?
It did not. I moved to Nashville because my wife did not want to live in Greenwood, Mississippi anymore. And any smart man does what their wife says.
I love it. I love it. And
yeah, we wanted to kind of get into a place where there was more opportunity. We have 4 kids, so wanted to be able to allow the kids to be able to grow up and just be able to experience a little bit more than we did growing up. So,
yeah, that's so nice. You seem like you're a cool dad.
Sometimes. I can flip the switch a little bit.
Now, how old are your kids?
We have twin 17-year-olds, Giselle and Jemiah. And then my son, Jeremy Jr., we call Jace, is 9 years old. And then the baby of the bunch is 7.
Oh, my gosh.
Wife and I were very young parents. So the twins actually grew up with us, as we say.
Oh, yeah. And as 17, they're getting ready to then go on to, leaving high school and starting their life.
They're seniors this year. So.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Commencement for me with my daughters was such a huge milestone for the entire family. And all I could say to anyone, enjoy the commencement, because it's not only for the child, but really as a parent, it's so significant. You'll know what I mean when it comes in May or June.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine that.
Yeah, because
embrace this entire year, actually.
Yeah, all the times it's like a flashback. All the times you got your child up for school and homework and all that. And it goes by so fast. And in that moment at commencement, you really know it went by fast. It's a real shocker so enjoy that commencement.
Yeah, I look at them every day, and like those are not those little babies anymore.
No.
Sometimes they get on me because I still treat them like that little baby. Sometimes and they're like, Dad, we're not little babies anymore.
I love it. So let's talk about, you moved to Nashville, your family, and how did you then say, I'm in the capital of country music, and now I really want to go for it in my career? Tell us the thinking about, what really went through your mind.
I'll say that's twofold. One, it was a large gap between high school doing music and me getting here and starting back. One of the things moving here, just getting myself together, getting my family together so that we could actually pursue the dream of chasing the country music dream. And once I got here, and country music has always been a thing for me personally. I didn't do country back when I was in high school. It was more kind of an R&B hip hop style group. But I always listened to country music. And moving here to Nashville, being consumed with it, every time you turn on the radio station, country is on. It kind of gave me the courage and the strength to kind of be myself more and chase the dream of country music and allow myself to just embed myself into the genre of country, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You're very authentic and you are true to yourself. And how do you manage to stay that way in a town that is extremely competitive? And like you said, there's artists every step of the way and every corner trying to make that breakthrough. How do you stay focused?
Well, I think I can attest that to being a little bit older than most artists. I'm not signed to a label or anything, and I understand the concept of business. I understand that there's target markets. You don't want to chase everybody. I make my music for people that like my music, that I think will like my music. So I'm not out trying to chase everybody's ears. So if you make your music and you promote it, it'll find the people that it's supposed to find. And it's 300 million people in America alone. So if I can find 100,000 of those people, I'm fine. Not let alone overseas. So
yeah.
And I take that into my music process and just try to be genuine.
Yeah, and it comes across that way, really, JC. And I think this is a great time to kick off the podcast because I don't want to keep my listeners waiting another minute. We're going to play song snippet number 1, I Bet, by JC. And when we come back, we'll talk more music.
You probably thought that I'd be lost if I couldn't find you. Thought that I'd be lost if I couldn't find you. Maybe you thought that I'd be down when you said I do. Thought that I'd be down when you said I do. You had to think that leaving me would be a real good time. You must have thought that it'd be easy to get me off your mind. Thought that it'd be easy to get me off your mind. I bet he doesn't love you like I showed you. He probably doesn't even know what gets you up. He probably doesn't even kiss you like I know to. I bet he doesn't hold you tight and give you hugs. When you're rolling down a no-name highway, I know you wish that it was me that you could touch. And when it's Silverado's parked in your driveway, I bet you wish that it was me that pulled up. I bet you want it. 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 He had to think.
Congratulations on that song. It's just fantastic.
Thank you so much. That's actually one of my favorite ones. One of the favorite ones to perform out live as well with the full band too.
So talk about your EPs that you've released because you've got song after song and your fans are loving it.
Yeah, so we have 2 full EPs out right now. First one I released was Rhythm and Country Volume 1. And that's kind of what it is. The full EP is enticing that rhythm and country vibe. It's not really R&B, and it's not fully country. It's a mixture of both. That's just what I wanted to put out there first, and that's kind of the style of music that I create. It's not true to one genre, but you can feel both genres in it.
Yeah. And then your latest EP titled I Know is doing great. And what does that title I Know mean to you?
It's off of the title track. I created the title of the EP off of the title track. I Know, that's on there, the first song. And it's just it's based off of me being multifaceted in life, able to kind of operate in different spaces. I can talk to you about the stock market. I can talk to you about what happens out in the country. I can talk to you what happens in the hood. So just, I know how to operate. I know this, I know that, I know that. I know what it feels like to be the one the family leans on, is one of the lines in the song. So that's what it is. Just about me being multifaceted and being able to operate and function in different spaces.
Yeah. And now that you're mentioning it, I do think, like you said, you are multifaceted. And one of the things when I was reading your bio, I thought was so tremendous. You are an advocate for autism, and you actually wrote a beautiful song and put together a wonderful official video for the song Blue Hearts. And tell us about what led your heart to write that song and to become an advocate for autism.
Well, my son is actually on the spectrum. My son Jeremy, we call him Jace. So actually, the name JC, it's the spelling of my initials, my wife's initials, and all of our kids, even the dog. It's the spelling out of all our initials. And what I did was, we call my son Jace. So I took his name and I added an extra E to it to create JC, because I wanted to be able to take him kind of on stage with me at all times, and just kind of represent him. But I wanted to write that song just as an ode to him. He's actually on the beginning of it. Just me and him are talking on the beginning, and I'm just playing with him, and I got his voice on there. So I thought it was really cool. And I'm very deep into the community, just always being able to motivate parents and things like that, just to keep going and help kids that are on the spectrum to get all the resources that they can.
Yeah. And when I watched the video, it was, to me, award winning. It was so real. And I encourage everyone to take the time to check out the video for Blue Hearts by JC. And one of the lines I heard in that song was about the strength. I don't have it in front of me, but about the strength of a mustard seed. And, I wear a mustard seed. Actually, I have a necklace that a good friend of mine bought, and how it's the smallest seed in the world, I believe. And it creates one of the strongest, if not the strongest tree in the world. And, what advice do you have for anyone listening to give them for keeping that strength, throughout, that journey? And what advice do you have?
I always say, just one issue that we have in the autism community, I guess pre-diagnosis, is denial. Sometimes parents are like, hey, he's not autistic, he'll grow out of it, or things like that. And instead of embracing the child being autistic, you deny them the help that they can get early on that'll help them function. So I would just say, if you see the signs, get some help, and just get the child in front of anybody that they can be in front of that can help them. Because it's a different lifestyle. It takes a lot of time and patience, but those are beautiful souls. All people with autism are beautiful souls, and they're living their life how they're going to be. So I would just say, just embrace the journey, if I had to say one line for it.
Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that. And, you have a beautiful family, and
Thank
your
you so much.
wife, is a great man to lead the family while she's, working hard, being part of a strong team. And that's terrific. So I think this would be a good segue to kind of talk about that next hit that you have out is Back to You. And I want to play a song snippet. And when we come back, let's talk about that song. So here we go. I'm going to play song snippet number 2, Back to You by JC.
Night shift this time with you, I'm clocking in. Holding hands with the sounds of Broadway in the wind. Red lips, you wear that dress just how I like. For me it's been a long day, but it's about to be a long night. Got a new truck in the driveway, in the parking space for just 2. Trying to race on down the highway, just to make it on back to you. Got a Dixie cup and I filled it up with a drink that make you say ooh. Out of all the girls all across the world, not one of them got nothing on you. Got nothing on you.
Another great song, JC. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So tell us about this one.
That's actually the first single that I released when I came out doing country music. That I can say this now because I'm not in that role anymore. But I wrote that song while at work. I work a lot, so I work a 9 to 5 still every day as I travel the journey of being a country music artist and funding everything. So I wrote that song at work. I work a lot, so I had just gotten a new truck. And I was actually just thinking about my wife. I was missing her a little bit because I had been going, and not seeing her as much. And I just kind of wrote that song. I was riding by a Shell station one day, and I just kind of came up with the lyrics of Shell Station, 30 miles back down the road. And then I just thought about that, and then that's where they came from, honestly. And that song kind of wrote itself. I was actually clearing out some documents off of my desktop at work the other day. And I saw where I had typed the song up. so I was like, wow.
Oh, that's great.
That was literally like two days ago that I saw that.
Well, there you go. It was meant to be. And so what's on the horizon for you, JC? Are you going to be working on any other projects?
Yeah, I have some singles getting ready to come out. I have one entitled Twisted Thoughts that's going to come out. It's a song based on just my life personally, just being a young parent, growing up, just the battles that as a man with the weight of the world on your shoulders, where you're struggling yourself, but you have people depending on you. So what do you do? How do you figure it out? How do you make that next step? And that'll be coming out. Actually, that'll be coming out here later. Well, it's almost October's tomorrow, but probably mid-October. I'll get it out. And then I have some other things I've been writing. I've been writing with a buddy of mine named Chris Goodyear. We've just been writing some things that we've been playing out at writers' rounds and things like that. So, but that next single, Twisted Thoughts, will be the one that's coming out soon.
I can't wait to hear it. And I can't wait to have you back on the show to hear about what you've been up to. And I follow you on social media, and your handle on social media is JC_662. And I encourage everyone to follow JC on Instagram and check out his website. We are so happy to have you on the show. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. And download his music, add it to your collection. And
please do.
Yeah. And follow, share to Music's Rising Stars. And you are a rising star, JC. And thank you very much. And have a great day. And
thank you.
Like I always say at the end of my podcast, that's a wrap. Woo!